A portion of this video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. For more information about Sheath, visit the link in the description below or wait till the end of this video to hear more about them from me.
That's something that should be talked about for licensing too. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump, they're licensed. They're not allowed to do that.
미 합중국 대통령은 이에 이해를 표시하면서 조미 사이에 선의의 대화가 진행되는 동안
I would like to humbly bow before the dear leader and tell him I'm sorry for everything I've ever said that was mean and ridiculed him. Donald Trump in no way is a fat piece of shit fascist. No, he is a thin, smart, handsome man, the likes of which the world has never seen. I couldn't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. I had to break out the sport coat in honor of the propagandist, the North Korean supplicant. Had to throw on the vestiges of ass-kissery. Not a normal thing for me. Yesterday on Air Force One on the way back from the United Kingdom, Donald Trump was asked a series of questions. Cha-cha-cha. You like the bit? Funny, right? Asked a series of questions about the firing of Jimmy Kimmel, the indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel at his behest, at the behest of the FCC chairman. This in no way was a private business decision. We know because Donald Trump told us so in several tweets. One in July, where he said, Jimmy Kimmel is next to go. Good to see them go. I hope I played a major role in it, major part in it, he said. And then just 2 days ago, great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. That leaves Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, two total losers on fake news NBC. Do it, NBC, 3 exclamation points, says the president of the United States of America, President DJT. It's not a private company decision. This is at the behest of Donald Trump. No matter what, the liars and the absolute propagandists over at Fox News would have you believe. And Donald Trump was asked about this very thing, about the firing of Jimmy Kimmel. And it's so strange that they want you to believe that it was just ABC, just Disney making a business decision. That's all it is. If that was the case, when asked about it, Donald Trump would say, I don't know. What the hell would I have to know or to say about the firing of Jimmy? That's a private thing. That's a business decision. Who cares? Not my business. I'm the president of the United States. I've got bigger fish to fry. That's what he would say. He wouldn't launch into this weird justification for the firing, that he's a no talent whack job and low ratings or no ratings or whatever. He wouldn't do that, which is exactly what he did. And he showed his ass when he said, all they do is hit Trump. All they do is hit Trump. You can't do that. Watch this.
But what that radical left group of people did to our country will never be forgotten. Okay, have a good trip, everybody.
One more. Just one last question. Who would you like to see replace Kimmel?
Who
Who would you like to see replace Kimmel on late night?
Well, a lot of people, anybody could replace him. The guy had no talent. Kimmel he was fired, he had no talent. He's a whack job, but he had no talent. And more importantly than talent, he had no, because a lot of people have no talent, they get ratings. But he had no ratings. His ratings were worse than Colbert, I think. They got rid of Colbert, which was a good thing to do. And look, that's something that should be talked about for licensing too. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump. That's all they do. If you go back, I guess they haven't had a conservative on in years or something, somebody said. But when you go back and you take a look, all they do is hit Trump. They're licensed. They're not allowed to do that.
Yes, they are allowed to do that. That's their whole job, dipshit. They're comedians. Every president since late night was a thing was harangued and mocked and made fun of, and jokes were made about them. Every single one. Conservatives and Democrats alike. You don't think Bill Clinton, fat McDonald's loving Bill Clinton, didn't get mocked? You don't think he got mocked over the entire thing where he violated an intern in the White House, using the mighty power and influence to take advantage of a young, unpaid White House intern? You don't think that Bill Clinton got shit for that, Donald Trump? You don't think Obama was made fun of? The only difference is every other president wasn't the thin-skinned weakling that you are. Every other president had some modicum, some rudimentary understanding of the Constitution of the United States and the very First Amendment therein, that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, and all the other things relative to individual liberties, up to and including the freedom of speech. Political speech especially. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump, that's all they do. All they do is hit Trump. They're not allowed to do that, says Donald Trump. Again, yes, the f*** they are. Who says they're not allowed to make fun of you, Donald Trump? Public servant, Donald Trump. Not a king, not a sovereign, not a dictator. You're an elected public servant, despite what your cult believes. We exist in reality. We deal with reality on reality's terms. Now, you might be chipping away at the foundations of a democratic society. You might be champing at the bit for your fascist rule, to overturn the First Amendment, to disregard the Constitution. But the rest of us know the score. We know what's at play here. But Jimmy Kimmel, first of all, again, why are you justifying something you had nothing to do with? Jimmy Kimmel being a whack job isn't a justification for you meddling with a private company and having someone fired for making fun of you. If you don't want to be made fun of, Donald Trump, we'll end it here. If you don't want to be made fun of, Donald Trump, maybe don't be so easily made fun of. Don't make it so easy. Every single joke is just low-hanging fruit because you're an ignorant clod. Ignorant clod. What do you think? I invite you to this very lively conversation. We can have it in the comments below the video wherever you're watching it. You can also contribute to the conversation via the voicemail line. Leave me a brief voicemail, please, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please subscribe to this program if you are not already. We are marching toward 1.5 million subscribers here on YouTube, and still under the gun, not quite 10,000 over on Facebook. So go follow and like the Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. I would appreciate it very much. And I'm going to see you next time. Maybe I won't be in my ostentatiously bright propaganda sport coat. Be genuine. Take care of one another. It is absolutely difficult to keep a cool head in this political climate, especially with the added aggravation of these overheated outdoor temperatures. How can you be expected to conduct any clear-headed discourse with your drawers in a sweaty soup? My go-to for keeping things cool, sheath underwear. I'm wearing a pair right now, and let me tell you, it's like nighttime in the desert down there, all day long. Head to sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore to score 20% off and upgrade yourself to the most comfortable underwear that you'll ever wear. How do they differ from your average boxers? Well, let me tell you. Invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq, Sheath's boxer fabric is designed with a moisture-wicking technology. Their underwear Features a unique dual pouch system that keeps all your man parts comfortably separated instead of sticking together. We all know the feeling of the old eggs getting stuck to the pan, if you know what I mean. My favorites are the airflow meshes, which seem especially equipped to handle my thighs. They're bigger thighs. But Sheath has also tons of other fabric options and designs that you can get into. And I'm clearly not the only one singing the praises out there. Sheath are recommended by multiple doctors and urologists and have over 20,000 five-star reviews. Also, Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So while you're upgrading your undies, you can be making the world a more upstanding place too. It's tough to focus on draining the swamp when you are swampy mess yourself. Sheath's boxers will help you keep the temperature down by bringing up the level of comfortability. Score 20% off right now at sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore.